This video is brought to you by Green Man Gaming's Summer Feast Sale. Look for 72-hour boosted deals, including some of the best deals that we've seen on a plethora of games, including a Plague Tale Innocence down to $11.34 right now, Borderlands the pre-sequel down to $8.88, Civilization 5 down to $5.55. The deals are cycling in, but all of the deals are absolutely fantastic, and some of them are even brand new lows on titles. Even Mafia Definitive Edition down to 1968. That is a new low for that game, so fantastic deals at great prices. Check out the link in the description box below. How's it going, everyone? Mush back at it with another video, and I am really enjoying keeping up with the Steam Deck. It's a platform that, honestly, when I heard about Valve doing a portable device, it wasn't something that I was completely interested in until the actual reveal, and then I thought about it, I looked at the design, and I've been getting really into what I'm seeing out of the Steam Deck. However, one concern is always going to be regarding power of the device. Obviously, it's not going to be at the level of a high-end gaming PC. It's a $400 device, or if you are getting an NVMe in it, it can go as high as $650, but at the end of the day, that is pretty tame. All things considered, you know, when you look at the PC market these days, $650 is not breaking the bank all too much. And $400 is really tame. However, the $400 version only has 64 gigabytes of memory and no NVMe. But it was noted that SD cards are seemingly going to work pretty well, and all the footage that IGN ran was running off of an SD card. However, IGN also had another new interview with Valve talking about the Steam Deck, and in regards to the power, here is what was said. Quote, "We've been looking at various games the past few years in the back catalog, but the real test for us was games that were coming out last year. They just couldn't really run very well on the previous types of prototypes and architectures we were testing. This is the first time we've achieved the level of performance that is required to really run the latest generation of games without problems. All the games we wanted to be playable is really the entire Steam library. We haven't really found something we couldn't throw at this device and it couldn't handle." Now, you guys have to keep in mind that is super impressive, but at the same time, it's not all too unexpected, given that really the strength of that element is the fact that you are running on a low-resolution display. But that's not really a problem because you're playing on a really small screen. Yes, if you enlarge this to like a 24-inch screen, that would be a problem. The 800p display would be a problem, but at a small 7-inch screen, 800p is going to look fantastic. That's a higher resolution than I believe the Nintendo Switch, and that's going to look really good, and thus that is going to mitigate a lot of the power cost that a lot of these games are going to require. Now, am I saying every game is going to be able to run at 800p or 720p and 60 frames per second at maxed out settings? No, that's just not going to be possible, but I would say for the majority of games, 30 frames per second is going to be super easy to hit, and then for a lot of titles, I think the performance is going to really surprise a lot of people, especially even with games like Jedi Fallen Order, Control, Metro. I think those are going to run pretty well, and then you're also talking about, like, what I love about the Steam Deck is the fact that the back catalog of games are going to be so easy to run. Your Final Fantasy 13s of the world, all the Final Fantasies, to be honest, outside of 15, but 15 still should be able to be ran pretty well. And to have Final Fantasy 15 on the go, I mean, that sounds pretty freaking dope. Dark Souls, the older Dark Souls games, you know, a lot of the JRPGs, the Tales of titles, that's what I'm really excited about. To have this as a portable JRPG machine, that's going to be pretty darn cool. Skyrim, having Skyrim on the go, I know it's available on the Switch, but to have it, you know, moddable on the PC, that's going to be pretty cool. Valkyria Chronicles, I'm just looking through my library. I'm sure Cyberpunk will be able to be ran. I think that's the one people are the most interested about. But from a power standpoint, I don't think people should be all too worried about the platform. Sure, maybe in 2 to 3 years or 4 years down the line as more and more games come out, is it going to get harder and harder? Sure. But the fact of the matter is, there are always going to be games coming out that are going to be able to be ran on this platform, and you're going to have a healthy dosage of games probably every month. And again, the back catalog is so deep that you're going to have games for days, and if you're looking for a device to take on the go or something, you know, to play before bed or whatever the case may be, this is going to do so much good. And again, another great element of it, and I know a lot of you guys are like me, we've already built up this roster of games that we have, and I have a Nintendo Switch, but it's kind of whack that I do have to rebuy these games that if I want to have them on the go. But with the Steam Deck, again, all of that is going to be available, ready to go, and I think that is going to be great. And I think from a power standpoint, if you are worried about that, I think that is not going to be an issue at all. If you keep your expectations in line, like if you're thinking you're going to run like you know, Cyberpunk 2077 maxed out ray tracing and all that, like, okay, temper down a little bit there, but I think it's going to do a lot better than people are expecting. But let me know what you guys think. Again, this is something that I am really enjoying seeing the coverage of, and I think it's going to do really good from a commercial standpoint. Like, I think the sales numbers for this are going to surprise a lot of people in terms of how much in demand it is. And remember, what we were talking about, you know, currently the pre-orders being into Q2, that's just pre-orders. As we get closer to release, as the consumers get their hands on it, this is just going to get more buzz as long as it's a quality product, and I have a good feeling it's gonna be. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. That's gonna do it for me. I am out. Have a good one, guys. Peace.